Tyga's in the news.
Yeah, I love tigers.
Yeah, no, Tyga, the famous rapper, and
almost
he
as good.
might get arrested for not paying $400,000+ that he owes to his former landlord in his Malibu home after he refused to pay his rent.
Why did he
And also
refuse to
property
pay his rent?
damages.
Why did he pay? He didn't pay his rent.
Well, as you know, Tyga likes to spend his money in appropriate, or some may deem inappropriate, ways. And he had previous examples of not being able to pay or not being able to afford his rent in other homes. Other landlords have kicked him out. There was one instance in the Hollywood Hills. And this latest one is in Malibu, where the judge ruled in favor of the landlord and asked Tyga to compensate the landlord $480,000. Now, what's really interesting about this is that Tyga, literally, I think a week ago, or if not like 2 days ago, for his girlfriend's birthday, bought Kylie Jenner a $200,000 Maybach, and he's done this before. I think last year he had also bought another really expensive car. Mm-hmm. He has another longstanding problem with his clothing store called The Last Kings, where they also destroyed that property a little bit and refused to pay for the damages or the rent for the last month or so.
Whoa.
So there's a lot of instances in Tyga's life where he just somehow gets away scot-free. I don't know how he does it, but
he's been arrested.
Well, no, he hasn't been arrested. There's an arrest warrant out. There's a bench warrant out for his arrest. So if he was to be around police officers, they could easily be like, "You're Tyga. There's a bench warrant for your arrest for almost $500,000. We're going to arrest you right now." They could go to jail, which would up his street cred. But come on,
maybe
how
not
much street cred can you get when you're dating a Kardashian? Let's be real.
I think Kanye West would say quite a bit. But I would argue more, it's that how much street cred is he even looking for, because he's already Tyga, and two, it's just a rent payment. Just pay the rent.
I know. It's a pretty simple concept for non-famous people like you and I, that we need to abide by the law. But apparently for celebrities, they're not just like us, and they don't really need to abide by the law at all.
So what do you think the solution here is? They're not going to arrest him.
I hope they do.
What?
I do. I think that celebrities should not get special treatment, and I really want like just one instance where they, not just a B-list or D-list celebrity, like not just someone like Wesley Snipes who avoids paying taxes and then is arrested promptly after he's no longer famous, but like a fucking Tyga, or like, I mean, anyone that avoids, anyone that breaks the law in some way, to be reprimanded in a just way that every other individual citizen would be reprimanded in. Like, I just want that to happen so that once and for all we can feel like we live in a society that is truly just and fair, that our laws don't, disproportionately target certain people. Hint, hint, I'm talking about black people in general, like, or poor people, and everyone in general has fair treatment.
Two things. First of all, I had no idea that you wanted so many celebrities to be arrested, like that you had such a cause in this.
Look, if anyone breaks the law, there's a reason for why people, there's a reason why we have laws.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm
so
aware.
that when people break them, they get arrested and are promptly fined or jailed or whatever the sentencing is, so that they don't do it again.
Right. The second
Tyga has a clear history of doing it over and over again. Even back in April, his Lamborghini was to be repossessed when he was sued for $450,000 in back payments. Like, this is a man, just like Chris Brown. If Chris Brown was going around beating the shit out of women left and right, I think he should go to jail for that. I don't think he should get away scot-free for that. I think Tyga should also go to jail for not paying over and over again, not paying his fucking dues.
Right. Okay. Well, the second thing that I was going to bring up is that it's hard to hold celebrities or artists or successful movie stars, whatever, to the same standard that we have as just average citizens.
Why not?
Because their issues are just so elevated to a level that we don't deal with. You know what I mean? I'm talking about paying my rent. It's $1,000 a month. Then we're talking about this, almost $500,000.
Yeah, but he's also making money at that magnitude.
I'm not saying to excuse his behavior, but I'm just saying that it's hard to, hold them to the same standard of like why, I would never be arrested for not paying my rent. But then of course we're talking about this with Tyga because he's Tyga 1, and then we're talking about almost $500,000 that he owes, and that apparently he's owed for a while. So to me, it's just kind of it's a sticky situation because also who knows who his business advisors are, what they're doing with his money.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like there's
it doesn't
a
matter because he should have paid it.
there's a clear-cut history of being immature, irresponsible with your money, and consistently feeling like you're above the law. That person needs to be punished. I'm not being like draconian or anything. It's just common sense. If you break the fucking law, you should be punished for it. And if you consistently keep doing it, then you should definitely be punished for it appropriately. And that's why I think that Tyga should be arrested or try to figure out how he's going to pay all of his outstanding debts immediately.
Yes.
This motherfucker makes $50,000 a night for going out and ad-libbing like 3 of his fucking songs. You think he can't pay all of this stuff in a month? Are you kidding me? That's what pisses me off because, Grace, you don't make a lot of money, and that's why you have $1,000 rent and you barely pay for that. And then like we're sitting here acting like Tyga shouldn't be reprimanded for being an inappropriately childish piece of shit and not paying his fucking dues. Like that's why they're elevated because his money is elevated as well to that degree. He fucking raps about it all the time. Pay your fucking dues, Tyga. We want to know what you guys think. Do you think Tyga should not go to jail for such a trivial crime, or is his consistently bad behavior finally going to come to an end? Leave us your thoughts in the comment
Should
section
Hassan become
below.
a police officer?
Oh yeah, I know. Seriously, leave us your thoughts in the comment section below. I'm Hassan Piker.
I'm Grace Baldridge.
And we'll see you next time on Pop Trigger.